Hello again. Here's your second video for the level 3 information. This time we're going to be looking at how do you multiply polynomials. And the math that you need to know to multiply polynomials is the distributive property. So we all should know how to do that right now. The idea is that we're multiplying the number on the outside with each term on the inside. So if I give you a polynomial that looks like this, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the distributive property. I'm going to times 5x to the power of 3 by each term on the inside of the parentheses. So we're going to start, and I'm going to try and use colors here to help you out, okay, 5x to the third times 6x to the fourth. Start with coefficients. 5 times 6 is 30. Then don't forget to count your x's. So I have 3 here, 4 here, so I have 7 total. Then I'm going to move on and do the middle term. So 5x times negative 2x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Count your x's. 3 here, 2 here is going to be x to the power of 5. And then last but not least, we have we have this last one in white, 5x to the third times 8. Well, first we'll do 5 times 8. 5 times 8 is 40. How many x's total are there? Well, there's just 3 from the front and none in the back, so 3 altogether. So our final answer needs to be in standard form. Don't forget that. Biggest to smallest exponent. And this is what we got, okay? Now you may see it in a different kind of form. Okay, what we just showed in the last example was actually a level 2 question. When it becomes level 3 though, it's going to look a little bit more like this, so the same kind of notation as you saw in the other video, okay? F, let's write it down. This time I'm going to use parentheses again because of the way that multiplying works. So 2x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay, so I see that I have 2 polynomials and I want them to be multiplied with each other. Now the idea is this. Instead of there being one term at the front where I have to distribute that through, like what happened over here, I only had one term. But this time I have that negative 8, but I also have this 6x squared. So all that changes is I need to now distribute more than one time. So negative 8 times 2x squared is going to be negative 16. Count your x's. Negative 8 times 4x is going to be minus 32. There's only one x, and then negative 8 times 3 is going to be negative 24. So what's in this pinkish color is what I get after I distribute just from the first term up here. But, oh, hey, look, I have a second term, so I now have to distribute that second term. Now 6x squared is going to be times by 2x squared. So 6 times 2 is 12. Total, I have 3 x's. Then do it again with the middle term. 6 times 4 is 24. How many total am I going to have? Whoops, I forgot how to count. Sorry if you guys saw that mistake. The first one is going to be x to the power of 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. This one, 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. And my last one, 6 times 3 is 18. I have x to the power of 2 left over. Now, that idea is a level 3 idea, okay? The idea of having to double distribute, or however many terms you have up here is how many times you have to distribute, okay? The skill of distributing is the same. You just have to do it more often. Now, again, this is not my final answer, okay? My final answer is going to be in standard form, and it's going to have all my terms combined if I can. So which ones are going to go together? Well, let me start with the degree. Let me start with the biggest exponent and write that one down first, since I know it has to go in standard form. there's nothing else to go with this x to the 4, no other x to the 4th terms. So that's going to go first. Then next, I see x to the power of 3. Oh, no other x to the power of 3, so I can't combine anything with that. I'm just going to copy it down, bring it down to my answer. Okay. Then I have x to the power of 2, and oh, hey, look, I do have something for that. So negative 16 plus 18 is going to be positive 2. X squared comes down as a label. Next I see just my x term, so with nothing there, just going to come back, nothing to combine it with. And last but not least, this minus 24 has nothing to go with. So this is going to be my final answer when I multiply. Okay. Alright, last question. Find the coefficient of the x to the 3rd term when this polynomial times this polynomial is expanded. So remember that the word expanded means multiplied. So my goal is to multiply everything out here and then find what the x to the power of 3, the coefficient for that term is. So my first step is going to be actually doing all of the multiplying. Now that's going to be the most work, okay? For this type of question. You have to do the distributive property with 12, distributing that through. You have to do that with negative 8x squared, and you have to do that with 5x to the power of 3. So I'm going to do that math right now. If you're not sure how that I got there, I'm going to keep it color-coded. Go back in the video and watch it a little bit closer. So if you just want to take a look through, this is what you would do when you multiply all of those together. In green, what you get when you distribute a 12. In pink is what you get when you distribute a negative 8x squared. And in yellow is what you get when you distribute a 5x to the power of 3. Now let me go back to the question, because I'm going to try and save you guys a little bit of time here if you can. All I'm asking in the question is this particular term up here, x to the power of 3. I don't need, in this case, the entire full huge long answer. So all I'm going to be concerned about here are my x to the power of 3 terms. Okay? So those two that I just boxed in are the only two I care about. Let me just combine my like terms for x to the power of 3. So 72 plus 5 is going to be 77 x to the 3rd. Okay? Now, the question is find the coefficient. So the coefficient is going to be 77, and that's going to be my final answer. So again, you have to expand it all. Find all of your terms. Okay, go as fast as you can to, practice through that, but be careful and not make any silly mistakes. But instead of doing all the work to put it in standard form and combine all your like terms, you're just concerned about the one that I ask about in the question. Okay? And then make sure you only give me the coefficient. Just give me the number in front. Alright. Now on your practice paper, go ahead and do 5D, as well as, if you scroll up the level 2 information, number 1, number 5D, like I said, and number 8. Okay? Those are going to be the questions that deal with multiplying polynomials.